I'm just going to speak on journal presentations. In the journal you can have primary or original research, laboratory research, clinical trials, case control studies, cohort studies, survey research, methodological studies, evaluation research, conference proceedings and abstracts, and also graduate dissertations. Secondary or integrative will be review articles, systematic or non-systematic, meta-analysis, guidelines, and decision analysis. Others are the editorials, letter to editor, case reports, clinical protocols, photo essays, video submission, book review, technology review, viewpoints, grand rounds, poetry, and medicine. Primary or original articles, the limit of the text is up to 3,000 words, excluding about 30 references, and structured abstract up to 250 words. Secondary or integrative articles, research articles report the result of research studies on a range of topics varying from the basic mechanisms of disease to clinical trials that compare outcomes of different treatments. This includes critical assessments of literature and data sources. The limit of text is up to 4,000 words, excluding about 90 references and abstract. For review articles include the method, literature search in abstract as well in the introduction section. Summarize and analyze the information available on a specific topic based on a careful search of the medical literature. Because the results of individual research studies can be affected by many factors, combining results from different studies on the same topic can be helpful in reaching conclusions about the scientific evidence for preventing, diagnosing, or treating a particular disease. So some journals specialize in publishing review articles, and IJO is taking a lead, which will have review articles from coming few months, so that we are going to go monthly journal. Non-systematic or journalistic reviews, summary of evidence derived from primary studies that have been selected, synthesized according to the author's personal and professional perspective, can cover a wide range of subject matter at various levels of completeness and comprehensiveness. Systematic reviews, on the other hand, provide summaries of related primary studies that have been searched for, evaluated, and selected and reported according to a rigorous and predefined methodology. So you need to know this, because when you read an article, you should know what you're looking for. So accordingly, you don't have to read all the articles. Meta-analysis, integrative study that statistically combines the numeric results of several separate studies addressing the same question into a single estimate of their combined effect, commonly referred to as pooling data. Typically, the results are presented as a graph depicting the individual and pooled odd ratios with confidence intervals for all studies included in the analysis. Yesterday, Dr. Santan and Dr. JP conveyed this. And a guideline, practice guideline, clinical practice guideline is a systematically developed statement designed to help practitioners make appropriate decisions about healthcare in specific clinical circumstances. There are several examples given, and I hope we should start a section like that in our Indian journal for the practitioners, particularly in rural India. Good guidelines draw their conclusions from careful review of primary studies. Some guidelines also involve quantitative assessment of alternative risks and benefits. Decision analysis. Use the results of primary studies to develop quantitative measures or estimates of the risks and benefits of alternative diagnostic or therapeutic option. These estimates are then used to develop a probability tree that can help health professionals and our patients make informed choices about clinical management. Decision analysis also can be used to help develop clinical guidelines or consensus statements. Others. Editorials in medical journals are short essays that express the views of the authors, editors, often regarding a research or review article published in the same issue. Editorials provide perspective on how the current article fits with the other information on the same topic. And there's an editorial which I mentioned about how to use the Apple, which has so many things for the medical literature. And letters to the editor provide a way for readers to the medical journal to express comments, questions, or criticism about articles published in the journal. Short research reports and case reports may also be published as letters to the editor. It also helps the journal to get an impact factor, and I always insist that any journal you're writing, please quote the articles published in the Indian journals, particularly peer-reviewed journals. A case study, yesterday Dr. Santan mentioned about it, is a report of a single clinical case generally deemed interesting or unusual. A case series is a description of a number of such cases. These studies usually are generated by the investigators' actual clinical encounters with patients with a given disease or disorder, which can be recent and are historical in nature. Photo essays We have recently started, which convey, I think a picture can convey several things without words, and where there's a limitation, and this also, it generates a lot of interest for the members because it's easy to comment and probably teach that way. This is an image challenge, which is the New England Journal of Medicine, and as an editor, I keep reading various other journals, which I learned from Dr. Bakalesh Kamar to see what all we can get good things for, at least for ophthalmology from my side. Videos in clinical medicine, like surgical videos, several international journals have videos. The British Journal of Ophthalmology, American Journal of Ophthalmology have video links, and now videos are available in iPad. So IJO will be accepting videos for submission, and I think there may not be any problem of the duration of the video also to upload online and on the iPad, and will be the first journal to have an open access iPad application. These are various journal presentations of the top medical journals, and which like the British Medical Journal, Nature, New England Journal of Medicine, and Lancet. And this is just to say, like an ongoing trial where there is a phase 3 multinational, multi-center randomized double-mask study assessing the safety and efficacy of intravitreal injections of the DE109, 3 doses for the treatment of active non-infectious uveitis of the posterior segment of the eye. The reason I am mentioning this is we are part of this trial, but the title is given, you can see it's such a detailed title which Dr. Santan mentioned. Nowadays the titles are very elaborate, and the reason is if you read this, many things can be understood without even reading the article when it will be published. And any of the following treatments within 90 days prior to day 1 or anticipated use of any of the following treatments to the study, and I'm not going into the detail of the study. So what kind of a journal article will you have with this study? And I think this is what it will be the question. So when you design a study, you should also know what are the things you're going to do, right from the title to the contents, and then how you will be writing, and also how to be truthful. And before in the mind itself you have which journal to go through. And I like to quote Paul Coelho, when you want something, all the universe conspires in helping you to achieve it, which was mentioned very well by Shah Rukh Khan and Om Shanti Om. Thank you very much. And I think I have a few minutes for questions to Dr. Maybe 1 minute for me and Santan. If you have any question, otherwise I'll request Dr. JP to start his presentation. Any questions? Yes. Yeah. There are ethical committees available in Mumbai. One is at Nair Hospital Ethical Committee, and the other is our hospital has an institute review board. So which again they have to accept. And yesterday Dr. Lahane mentioned that there are hundreds of ethical committees available, which he says only. What happened? Okay, so hundreds of ethical committee available in Pune, but I think you should have an ethical committee which will be unbiased, and there is according to the good clinical practice, what is a good ethical committee? So how an ethical committee should be formed? I think JJ Hospital has, but I don't know whether they accept private. They don't accept. They have no time. They don't have. That's what. No. Even Shankaranathalaya has an ethical committee, and Hinduja has ethical committee, but they are already overloaded with their own department. So you have to find an ethical committee which will be willing to take up your. That's what I'm saying. That again depends on how many are pending. See, even we have 7 projects going on, and then we have postgraduates like DNB and post-DNB fellows. So everything is clubbed up. So unless the chairman, we have Dr. What's his name? What's the name of chairman? From K? No, Dede is not there now. The one from Hafkin. He is the chairman of our ethical committee. So unless you submit and find out whether he is willing, and then he circulates with we also have a fee for the ethical committee, which as per the norms of the ICMR.
Is there something like registered ethical committee or authentic ethical committee?
There are 2 aspects I would like to mention. Number 1, the ethical committee can be formed by your own. No harm in forming your own ethical committee with number of people. Number 2, There are many ethical committees which you pay 10,000, they will review your papers and give you a number. They are registered or unregistered, it doesn't matter. Ethical committee is there. It's the government responsibility to ensure that they are registered.
Okay.
It's not your responsibility. So it is possible to get ethical approval from many committees. They charge anywhere from 5,000 to 25,000 rupees.
Okay.
But the registration part, we are also confused because we don't know what to do. We have intimated ICMR and I don't think our ethical committee is also registered, I think. I don't know, but anyhow, that's not there.
But I have asked AIOS, that way I suggested to AIOS that they form an ethical committee of their own
For the members.
for ophthalmologist members.
Okay.
That is in the pipeline. If I get elected, I will ensure it comes.
Sure.
Okay, thank you.